This bulldog smile will melt your heart. The story nobody expected. You see this face? Those wrinkled cheeks, that droopy expression, those soulful eyes staring right into your soul? This is Winston, and what happened to him will change the way you see bulldogs forever. Winston was found abandoned in a parking lot on a freezing December morning. No blanket, no food, no one waiting for him. Just a scared, shivering English bulldog with a collar that was too tight and scars that told stories no dog should ever have to live. When the rescue team picked him up, he didn't bark, he didn't struggle. He just looked up at them as if asking, "Are you here to hurt me too?" His body was covered in sores from neglect, his breathing was labored, and his spirit seemed broken. The vet said he'd been living in terrible conditions for months, maybe even years. Someone had given up on him, tossed him aside like he was nothing. But here's the thing about bulldogs. They never give up on love, even when the world gives up on them. And if you're still watching but haven't subscribed yet, I need to tell you something. This channel is built on stories like Winston's, stories that remind us why every single animal deserves a second chance. If his journey touches your heart, even a little bit, please hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it means everything to us and to dogs like Winston who are still waiting for their miracle. The first night Winston came home, he didn't know what to do. He stood frozen in the doorway, staring at the soft bed, the food bowl, the toys scattered across the floor. It was like he couldn't believe it was real. Slowly, cautiously, he took one step forward, then another, and then something magical happened. Winston's tail, which had been tucked between his legs for so long, started to wag. Not a big wag, not yet, but a tiny, hopeful flutter that said, "Maybe this time will be different." Over the next few weeks, Winston began to transform. The scared, trembling dog who flinched at every sound started to come alive. He discovered the joy of belly rubs, the comfort of a warm blanket, and the thrill of squeaky toys. But what really changed everything was when he met Bella, a senior golden retriever who had been through her own struggles. Bella became Winston's mentor, his best friend, and his courage coach. She showed him that it was okay to trust again, that not all humans were cruel, and that love was worth the risk. Winston's personality blossomed in ways no one expected. He became the class clown of the house, snorting and snoring so loud you'd think a tiny engine was running in the living room. He'd waddle around with his signature bulldog swagger, demanding attention from everyone who walked through the door. And his favorite activity? Sitting on the couch, remote control balanced on his head, pretending he was the king of the castle. He wasn't just surviving anymore, he was thriving. But here's where the story gets even more beautiful. Winston developed a special bond with children. Whenever kids would visit, he'd transform into the gentlest giant you've ever seen. He'd let them climb on him, dress him up in silly hats, and cover him in stickers without a single complaint. It was as if he understood their innocence and wanted to protect it at all costs. Parents would watch in amazement as their shy, anxious children would light up around Winston, finding confidence and comfort in his calm, steady presence. One day, a little girl named Emma came to visit. She had been through a traumatic experience and hadn't spoken in months. Her parents brought her to meet Winston, hoping that maybe, just maybe, he could help. Winston walked up to her slowly, his big brown eyes locked on hers. He sat down right in front of her and placed his heavy head on her lap. For a long moment, nothing happened. And then Emma whispered, "Good boy." Those were the first words she'd spoken in over 6 months. Her parents cried. Winston wagged his tail. And in that moment, everyone understood that some bonds go beyond words. Now, Winston is 7 years old, and he's living his best life. He's got his own Instagram where thousands of people follow his daily adventures. He's a certified therapy dog, visiting hospitals and schools to spread joy wherever he goes. And most importantly, he's surrounded by a family who loves him unconditionally. The dog who was once abandoned in a parking lot is now a beacon of hope for anyone who's ever felt unwanted or unloved. People often ask me, why bulldogs? They're stubborn, they snore, they drool, they're expensive to care for. And my answer is always the same. Because beneath that wrinkly exterior is a heart so pure, so loyal, so full of love that it makes everything else fade away. Winston doesn't care if you're rich or poor, young or old, happy or sad. He just wants to be near you, to make you smile, to remind you that you matter. Every time I look at Winston sprawled out on the couch, snoring like a freight train, I'm reminded of that freezing December morning when he had nothing, and now he has everything. Not because of fancy toys or expensive treats, but because someone finally saw him for who he truly was, a soul worth saving. So here's my question for you. Do you believe that every animal, no matter how broken or abandoned, deserves a chance at happiness? Or do you think some are just too far gone to save? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I genuinely want to hear your perspective. Winston's story isn't just about a bulldog who got rescued. It's about resilience, second chances, and the incredible power of unconditional love. It's proof that no matter how dark your past may be, your future can still be bright. And it's a reminder that sometimes the ones who've been hurt the most have the biggest capacity to love. Every morning, Winston wakes up with that same goofy smile, completely unaware that he's a social media star or a therapy dog hero. To him, life is simple: naps in the sun, treats from the jar, and endless belly rubs from the people who saved him. He doesn't dwell on the past or worry about tomorrow. He just lives, fully and joyfully in every single moment. And honestly, that's the greatest lesson he's ever taught me. Winston proves that healing isn't about forgetting where you came from, it's about embracing where you're going. His wrinkles tell stories of survival, but his eyes shine with hope for the future. If you think Winston is absolutely incredible, smash that like button and share this video with someone who needs to see it. And if you're considering adopting a pet, please remember that shelters are full of Winstons waiting for their miracle. Don't shop, adopt. You won't just be saving a life, you'll be gaining a friend who will love you like no one else ever could.